Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here with another Shaman King deck profile, and this time what I'll be covering is the Tao Ren build. So Tao Ren is a deck that I didn't build in Shaman King Volume 1, but after I see him getting more support and it's actually quite fun, so I actually pick up the cards from Volume 1 to get prepared for Volume 2, and so far I have so much fun with this deck. It is one of the deck like Asakura that sometimes tops. So he does have his potential to go top, and it's a strong deck uh, compared to all other Shaman King builds. So he is kind of a top one, and it's quite easy to use with some field control. So he is an annoying deck, and with the new support, he gets a lot more annoying, and we will going to cover all of these. So starting with the right deck, still using the old right line, because for the new Tao Ren we do need to have the old Tao Ren first, while he get a limitation that you can only run on target with 3 Tao Ren. So yeah, you do need the old one. And the old one, as long as you do oversoul, you retire the front row, you might get them to discard a card, you get plus 10k, and then on hit you get another Tao Ren, so you do have more targets right now, which is very nice, and I still like this card so much. With the discard or even just retire the whole front row, this is already annoying. The grade 2 is a on hit when boosted by Barzong to draw one, so it's still great. The grade 1 just have you find a Barzong, and 0 is doing nothing except the draw. Yeah, so there's no change in the right line, but it's still a very strong one, still a very good one. And going to grade 3s, I'm running 3 more of the old one and 4 of the new ones. So the reason I'm running both and maxing out them all is because they keep searching each other. So more targets means more cards you can actually take out from the deck by searching, and I give myself a choice to switch gears, because there are chances that my opponent don't play regards, then the old one is actually better, and if I only have one on the right deck, then I can't do personal right to apply more pressure. So I don't want to do that. I like to have choices, so I'm running both. And if I know my opponents like to play a lot of regards, then I go with the new one and retire 3 by oversowing, and then his oversoul skill also, for each 5 cards in my drop zone I get plus 10k. So the more cards I have in drop, then I actually get to have a lot more power. He is just a stronger beast stick. He is just bashing his opponents with power, just pure strength. And when on right, you can actually get a with your hard Tao Ren. So like, even if you don't have this, you can still go to the new one to search for the old one, and then when you go back to the old one, you apply the on-hit pressure, say I'm going to find a new one, or just find a person right. So there's a lot of things that you can keep rotating to make sure you do have a Tao Ren to ride every turn, and that's huge, because you do want to keep riding so that you can bring your Barzong back with his own skill, and also you do want to have choices to do the hand discard, or to just keep wiping your opponent's board. So that's why I'm running maximize both Tao Rens. Some people actually don't run him at all and just focusing on that. I think that works too, but I personally like choices, as I keep saying, and I still see that this card can be very annoying, and there are chances that I just keep going to personal like this, and until I want to go for a certain finisher, then I go to him. So again and again, I like to have choices, so maximizing them out, actually feeling pretty good. And then 4 of the horror new ones. So when he attack a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, if you have Chogorabu or Tao Ren Vanguard, then he can get plus 5k, so he hit most stuff. And if if you have a Tao Ren or Chocobo Vanguard being attacked, he can get plus 10k shield, so it's on Guardian Circle, so you don't need to have him on the field first. You can just directly guard with him from hand to be a 50k shield, which is like a trigger, which is quite important because sometimes we are just lacking some shields and he can get extra 10k, so it's just that good already. And given that he's a 15k attacker with 8k boost, can just reach 23k, so hitting key numbers, that's all that matters. And then 3 of the new Chocobo that you can counter +1, so +1 to search a Tao Ren or a Horror card, unit card from top 5 of the deck. If you have a Tao Ren or Horror grade 3 or higher Vanguard, so it's basically search, and even if you can't search anything, you get to counter charge 1. So you do need to waste a soul, but I think so far that it isn't hurting that much. And the reason I'm running him not only to search for these, but to also because I am running the older Chocobo and Mech package, which Mech can also still get the effects of with the new Chocobo because he doesn't bound by exact naming. It's just a Chocobo unit, so you still get to plus 5k and unlock the 3 cards from your opponent's hand with both Chocobo, and having 5 is quite a good number already. That you, even if you lose one, you probably still have another one or even more, like surviving 3 times. So that's, I think, should be enough. But he is not gaining any power like Horror did, so I am using 3, but I think a total of 5 is still good enough, and the old Chocobo can still do our intercept block and then help you find a mech to squeeze your deck even more. So I just think it's good. And the only thing is he need to soul blast 2, so you do need to soul blast a lot, and having like more grade 3 Tao Ren for you to keep riding, at least filling up the souls. And worst of the worst, you can still play your Tao Ren out as an attacker, so I don't see a problem at all. And then 3 Basons to just in case that I don't have enough, and he's a good AK boost. He can just climb up from drop as long as you ride a Tao Ren Vanguard that is grade 3 or higher. And if you don't have a Bason on the field, you can just have him from drop climbing up back on the field. And that's again another reason for us to maximize Tao Ren, so we can keep pulling our Basons off. He can be boost, he can be oversoul sources. There's a lot of things you can work with Bason, and you just need him. And then it's a Kokuto, which is the Black Peach horse. It's just a good booster, no matter for Bason or for Tao Ren, making them even a harder beast stick. Again, pure strength, something that you need. I see people taking him out, but I still like to have one because it's like if you have one, great. If you don't have one, doesn't matter. But when you have him, the power level can just change to a different level. Because just here is 18k boost, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah. And then PGs, I'm using the booster PG because it's better, nothing much to say. And then 4 of the orders because we can keep pulling Bason out after oversowing, and plus 10k on Bason to be at least 18k, no matter as a beater because he get 1 crit, so he can hit something, hit damage, or he can be 18k booster, so just a good card. And doesn't require you any extra cost as long as you have a Bason in your soul. That's quite easy, and a Tao Ren Vanguard, which you always do. Yeah, and also get to retire 1. So I don't see this as like very important, but sometimes you just don't kill enough, and like with this you kill 3 and you just want to wipe 1 more, then you just play the order and get that done, so quite easy. And then we are already into triggers, which is the auto over trigger. I like the sudden strike, I like the board wipe. we do have some board wides here, but when we only have the old Tao Ren that can only like wipe front row, and I suddenly want to do some bigger plays, then I can just wipe the whole board. So like stopping my opponents to do the big plays as well. So I like that more. But if you like a generic one, you can use that. We do have the choice, but personally I like this more because like this sudden extra damage strike is so interesting during games, and I like that. And then free of the sewing crit, you can just use any crit you want. But so far, because I do use Chocorabu to soul blast a lot, so having more souls I think is better. But if you like don't want to get these crits, you just want to use whatever common crits, feel free to do that. That's fine. And then it's all of the bosom triggers for reach, crit, draw, and heal. The reason is basically just to maximize all the bosom units that you can get for Oversoul, and even have 4 draws, I don't see a problem at all. You just keep drawing your pieces, and like your guarding pieces, your personal riding pieces, your horse, your order, and worst of worst, you just play him and oversowing, so you can keep this 10k boson, this 8k boson still on the field, and just do whatever plays you want because you don't always have the order. Yeah, so I think the deck is actually quite straightforward. Early games you can do 1 to 2 attacks per turn just to apply some pressure, and then when you just get to grade 3, you start to do 3 lines attack. His maximum attacking time is still 3, so you don't get to basically pull something back up with stand, and he's hitting hard, so you just need to catch your chances to hit your opponents harder with your Vanguard. Usually you attack with your Vanguard first, but sometimes you might attack with one Vanguard first and then with a big swing and then put other power to the side. It really depends on how you set up the field. When you have the Ultra Grapple and Mech build, like the lines there, you can at least have a 23k. If you have a Bosom just by himself with the order, it is a 18k, so you can boost with the horse to become like a 36 if you want to. So the numbers is actually quite big for every single line, and your opponents will need to like keep playing regardless. Well, you retire them all, or they need to keep discarding cards because you are using the old Tao Ren, and then they need to face again like against this high power beat sticks, again pure strength. They just need to drop a lot of cards to guard, and they only have 4 PGs, so even with a 50k over trigger is only saving them 1, so it's like 5 extra protections that kind of guarantee them not getting hit, but you are still hitting them harder every single time. And as long as you keep doing that, they will run out of resources. And what good about this deck is even when you have no regards, your Vanguard still hit big. So they still need to give you like at least 215k shield or a over trigger or a PG, and then you can still like saving cards in your hand, doing some little plays from turn to turn, just playing a regard or 2 and just doing some small pokes while the big punch is still there. They will run out of resources, and they will want to finish you quick, so you when they do that, you just guard yourself carefully, save yourself a bosom so that you can just wipe the board again. And once you keep wiping the board, the resources will run out, and they will have full hands of trigger, and they can't play any more regards. Then you can just bash them with a harder force. That's how it went. Yeah, so I think that's it for this deck profile. Do let me know if you have any questions. I am always happy to answer any questions, and we do have more Shaman King deck profiles coming out, that some of them I still need to test. So far I did 2, not including this, the Yo and also the Faust and Semi Faust, that I didn't expect myself to pick this deck up, but it's really a lot of fun. yeah, so give me a like, give me a like this deck profile, subscribe for more deck profiles and deck fight channel, deck fights videos, and then yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.